Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this live stream, an unplanned live stream. Sitting in the parking lot of Best Buy, running around taking care of some chores, and I was in the area, so I'm gonna go in and see what they got going on as far as deals, holiday deals. Yeah, I wanted to touch base with all of you 14 days later with my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Today is the exact 14th day. I didn't realize that. And I haven't said a whole heck of a lot. I've done a few videos, mostly case videos, a couple video tests. Outside of that, I haven't really done much. I've been really busy. I have been taking screenshots of battery life. I wanted to share that with all of you. I'm really enjoying my time with this device. It's hey, Phone Tech at Work. Thanks for stopping on by. I appreciate your time. I know you're probably busy, and this is an unplanned live stream, so thank you so much for coming on by. I was just talking a little bit about my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus experience over the last 14 days, and yeah, having a lot of fun with it. It's a powerhouse device. It's the S10 Plus plus a little more. And as far as like the S Pen, trying to use it, but not really using it. Okay, I'm like forcing myself to remember that it's there, and you know, I've done a lot of case reviews, and in those case reviews, you'll see me test that area out to show the viewer that it's easy to take out the S Pen while utilizing whatever case I'm reviewing. And that's kind of when I'm remembering that that's actually there. I've taken a couple of notes down, but outside of that, not really getting to it. I'm trying to make an effort in using the functionality that a lot of these smartphones come with. In the past, I didn't do that. I would just ignore it, and I would say it. I'm not going to use that. You know, I'm going to treat this smartphone like it's a stock Android device. But you know, as a YouTube reviewer, the responsibility that I feel that I have is to at least trying to utilize all the functionality. So I'm trying to use it, but I'm for the most part not remembering. And when I do, it's a little more work than, you know, it's not as easy to just use. And I'm not going to quit. I'm still going to try to use that S Pen. Hey, Don, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on by. But as far as, you know, the device itself, a lot of storage, a lot of power. The fluidity is amazing. I don't use Bixby. I double press to go into YouTube with that area. But the AMOLED display is just gorgeous. Watching movies is amazing. The sound quality of the speakers is amazing. And what I really love about this device is the display. It's huge. Now, as far as that little cutout on the center, right now I'm doing this live stream with the iPhone 11. I took out my SIM a few minutes ago and put it into the iPhone 11. That way I can hold my Note 10 Plus in hand and be able to share the information with all of you. The S10 Plus has a pill cutout. This has a regular circular cutout right on the center. When watching movies and videos, from time to time, it'll look like there's something there on the display, which there is, but with the visual of whatever movie I'm watching, with the action going on, it'll look like there's something moving, and it's actually the video, the movie that I'm watching that's moving, not that little circular area, and I'll look over it and go, oh, it's just that little cutout. But it'll look like something's there moving. And that's the trickery of the eyes while watching whatever I'm watching in the visuals as it's in action. You know what I'm saying? As it's moving, whatever I'm watching. I didn't get that so much with the pill cutout. Hopefully I'm explaining that right. But it's just kind of the illusion that it's moving, but it's not. But the pill cutout, I didn't get that as much. But because the display is so large, I apologize for that sun, man. I don't apologize for the sun. I love the sun. It's cold out there, but the sun is great. But it's really bringing in a lot of extra glare here. I'll try to stay in the shadows. The display makes up for it because it's so large. It's just, That's really what I love about this device. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have spent, I got it for $200 off at 900. I wouldn't have spent the 900 smacks on it. I wouldn't have. But because I sold my OnePlus 7 Pro and I had some YouTube money that I just made, I was able to jump on this deal and grab it. I'm sure that there's better deals with carriers. If you want to be locked into paying monthly or getting a buy one, get one, but still paying on both devices because you just can't buy one outright anymore. Well, at least for me at T-Mobile, and then just pay the other one off over 24 months. You now have to pay on both of them monthly. And that I'm not going to do that. And so 900 was great for me, making some money off selling my OnePlus 7 Pro, making some YouTube money. So it was an easy yes for me to buy this phone, or else I wouldn't have bought it. And it just worked out for me. I don't have disposable money. I just don't. And so I have to be wise about it. But what really, really positively kills it for me with this device is that it is a powerhouse. It is very smooth. Visually, it's a stunning experience, even with that little circular cutout that at times can throw me off a little bit. Audio quality is just amazing. When shooting videos, taking pics, hopefully you just checked out the iPhone 11 comparison with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The iPhone 11 to me does it a little bit better, but individually, as separate devices, you can't go wrong either way. The Google Pixel 4 XL challenging the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. That's a great comparison. Those are just raw pictures that I'm out and about during the day in my house, in the dark, taking pics. Okay, I'm not a trained photographer. I'm just pulling these devices out. I'm looking at whatever it is I'm looking at, and I'm taking a picture. And I'm creating the slideshow and throwing it up to all of you. Okay, it's about as raw as it can get. And what you're seeing is what you get. I had some feedback in one of my latest videos, in due respect. I mean, it was a gentleman that said, I can't really tell the difference in 1080p. Well, it's 1080p 60 frames per second. The slideshow with the iPhone 11 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Well, no, I rewatched that video, and at 1080p 60 frames per second, the quality of what you're seeing in that slideshow is the quality of what I'm giving you from what, the pictures that I took with each of those devices. You can tell that I can see that some of the pictures, as far as in comparison to each other, you might not be able to tell the difference of which one is better than the other, but the quality is there in what you're watching. You know what I'm saying? I watched the video on my large 52-inch TV, and it looks great. So, well, to each their own, man, but I can see the difference. I can see the quality difference. I can see if one is better than the other. I can see if the details are better than one or the other, or they're kind of really close to, as far as what kind of details you can see, whether they're overexposed, whether there's a lot of noise, all of those areas that we go into looking at picture quality when taking pics with these smartphones. I can tell the difference. I watch those videos. I rewatch them. So what you're getting is basically what is what it is. So I don't know, what more you want from me in that area, but I appreciate those of you watch those videos and the case videos, and you've left feedback. But I'm giving you the raw My Project 13 pics. The way I use these smartphones, the way I take the pictures, and the way I edit and create the slideshows, and I throw them out. The cameras, great on the back, on the front. Amazing. Video quality, stunning. In my opinion, nothing beats the iPhone 11. I have the iPhone 11. Maybe you have the Pro or the Pro Max. But when it comes to video quality, the stability, when it comes to the video quality with the iPhone 11 series, wow. Just wow. But am I going to take, am I not going to give due respect to the Note 10 Plus? Yeah, I am, because it shoots great video. The stability is really good as well. My iPhone 11 just does it that much better. Okay, is that taken away from the Note 10 Plus? No. For those of you that really love your Samsung devices, this is a killer device. This is the device of the year to me when it comes to anything Samsung put out. And yes, you have the S10 series and you have other devices at lower price points, you're going to get what you pay for when it comes to Samsung with the latest devices that they've been putting out, and you're getting you're getting quality smartphones, and they should be doing what they need to be doing, especially in 2019. But as far as overall, this is the device that kills it when it comes to what Samsung has put out. And should you need to upgrade from the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus to the Note, not unless you're really going to utilize some of the functionality like the S Pen, the sidebar, Bixby. I mean, if you're going to get into all of those areas and that's just something that you really want to utilize and you can get a great deal, trade it in, go upgrade. Yeah, the S10 Plus is a phenomenal device in its own right. And if you're not going to use all of that, then stay with what you got and wait for the next year, wait upcoming 2020 for the next latest and greatest S series type device that Samsung's going to put out. I don't know. I mean, you got to make those decisions. For me, again, I had my reasons why I sold my S10 Plus and why I decided to pick this up. But as far as an upgrade, if I was just a regular consumer and I had the S10 Plus and I had done my homework on the Note 10 Plus, I wouldn't have upgraded unless it was really going to be cost effective. But I probably would want to keep my devices for at least a year and a half before I decided to make a move like that. So again, it's all up to you. But this device just kills it. It is a powerhouse. There's plenty of storage. There's plenty of power. It's fluid. It sounds great. It looks great. And it's a solid device. And man, yeah, I'm stoked to have brought it in. The Face Unlock works really good. In the dark, my iPhone 11 works a little better when unlocking with Face Unlock, literally in the dark in my bedroom. The Note 10 Plus does a really good job. It's a hit and miss at times, but those are little nitpickings. You know what I'm saying? They're not negatives. It's just little nitpickings. I will tell you this. Power button, Bixby, volume rocker on this side, too close together. I'm always hitting the volume rocker instead of the power button. I wish they would have kept the power button on the other side or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of a nitpicking thing that is kind of a negative, but it's not a deal breaker, obviously. And there is an antenna up here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little tiny line right in there. And it always looks like there's a speck of lint or something. And then I go and look and it's just the antenna line. So it's kind of odd in that little area, but now I'm really nitpicking, right? I wish it had the headphone jack, but it doesn't. But outside of that, man, it's a solid device. If you have the money to buy an unlocked with the trade-in and own it outright, that's the way I would go. But if you don't mind being locked in to a carrier deal and it works for you, go for it. If you really think you're going to utilize everything that's on this device and you're coming for something that's closely related to it, if you're just doing it to do it, like, you may have that disposable money. You know what I'm saying? You may have it just to spend. But if you're happy with where you're at and you really don't think you're going to use everything on this smartphone, you stay where you're at. But write down those pros and cons. It's got to check the boxes for that amount of money. If you think you can go another year and wait for the 2020 lineup that comes out, or maybe some other smartphone from a different company, then wait. We have a lot of choices these days, a lot of choices. There's a lot to think about when upgrading. And like I said a few minutes ago, maybe you have the extra money just laying around. And you just can buy one right after the other. And you're intrigued. Well, then pick it up. I'm going to go check out the feedback because I just been talking. Okay, so I want to see who's here. I want to get some shout outs. Okay, we got Phone Tech at Work, Paul Enriquez. Thank you for coming on. Don Broad, DJW. Keystone Tech. Dongle Power 13. Yeah. but no dongle in the box. Oh well. Um, Don Bra, hey Anthony, respect. What you do? Glad to be your friend, and I am also glad to be your friend, Don. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. DJW 1981. Hi. Same old. Okay, they're having a conversation, and Don Bra got the Pixel 3 last week. Don, are you digging your experience on your Pixel 3? I'm sure you are. Solid updates. Oh, there's the answer. I like it. Solid, and the updates are dope. It's the 3XL, actually. Yeah, I would have gotten a larger one as well. First time in a couple years, I don't have a personal Samsung currently. Wow. Wow. Okay. Paul, if I had a chance to get any phone I wanted a couple weeks ago, and I decided to get, I had the chance to get phone I wanted a couple weeks ago, and I decided to get the iPhone 11 Pro Max because the photo quality is better, but the Note 10 Plus is still great. Yeah, yeah. And when we're saying that the photo pic quality, video quality is better, we're talking not by miles. It's just better, but especially the video quality. But you're not going to go wrong with a Google Pixel 4 XL or a Google Pixel 3 or the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus or the S10 Plus. You're not. And a few other devices out there from other companies that can hang right into that circle of when it comes to taking pics and shooting quality video. You know what I'm saying? It's your homework. It's what makes you feel good inside about all the homework you've done. You have the money, and you're going to go out and buy what it is that you're going to bring in. And if it makes you happy, and you're going to enjoy using that smartphone in those areas, and it's great to you. It really doesn't matter. And I shouldn't even use the word really. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be good for you. I brought in a Note 10 for my wife, the smaller variant, and she's loving it. She's got to get used to it because on her Note 8, the button functionality was on the other side that she was able to use, and now it's on the left-hand side, and that bugs her. Getting used to that circular cutout in the center is she's getting used to it, but she's loving the experience. She loves Samsung. She's able to utilize her Samsung watch with her smartphone. She's digging it, and she drops her phone a lot, so she's got a wallet case to protect the display. She knows how to take care of her stuff now. She knows how she is with her stuff, so she goes out of her way to make sure that she's going to protect her investment. But yeah, she that's money that's practical in how she spends it. And I was able to find a good deal through Samsung and trading in her Note 8 to get that phone for her because she loves what Samsung does with their pics, with their cameras when it comes to taking pictures, shooting video, and she loves the S Pen. She utilizes that S Pen, man. Wow, that woman can use an S Pen. And my oldest son, who has the Note 10 Plus, can use an S Pen. I admire that. They're fully getting their money's worth. And they love what they get out of all the extra functionality, especially when it comes to those cameras. So yeah, man, you can't go wrong. You can't. I'm just blessed to have what I have. And at some point in time, they're not even going to be here anymore. It'll be gone and it'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yes, yeah. Cupito fam, I ordered mine. Sweet. Okay, true, my Project 13. S Pen makes life easy. I love tech. Capito fam, shout out to both of you. Thanks for coming on by. Not everyone is getting into the chat. Why isn't everybody getting into the chat? Let's see. Paul Enrique likes a great stylus. Marcel Mulliman. Hopefully I said your last name right. Sold my iPhone 11 and got the Note 10 Plus. Not looking back. Great video stream. Keep up the great work. Peace. Thank you, Marcel, for coming on by. Appreciate your time. Thanks for the feedback. Love feedback. Do you think 540? I love tech a lot. Says, do you think $549 is a good price for the OnePlus 7 Pro? They're on sale right. Yeah, brand new. Yeah, I really do. Unlocked. You own it outright. I really do. I don't think that is a great price. It's not about thinking. That is a great price. Okay, original price what? $699. So yeah, you're saving 150 smacks off a solid big phone, big display, all display, little curve to it, but it's a solid phone. I sold mine. I miss it. I know that the gentleman that bought it for me is enjoying it. He sent me some feedback. And he's getting used to how big the device is, but it's a gorgeous display. The 90 hertz refresh rate is solid. You can't go wrong. At $549, if you have the money, you have 14 days to use it. If you don't like it, you can send it back. I don't know if there's with OnePlus, if there's a restocking fee, but it may be worth utilizing a restocking fee if you really don't like it. But man, I loved it. But here on my Project 13, I don't just get free smartphones. And you guys all know that. You know the spiel from day one to 5 years later. I bring them in, use them, and I hate letting them go. But money that I save out of my own allowance, money I make off YouTube, and the money that I get from selling smartphones is what keeps these smartphones rolling through the channel. Okay, that's what I do. If I was to quit doing YouTube, I would probably upgrade still, but not as often. Not as often. But if you have the money, you want something now, you want a good device, $549 for the OnePlus 7 Pro, and you want to stay with that for a while, you got yourself a killer device, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that you're going to like the experience like I liked it. The majority love the OnePlus 7 Pro and they love the OnePlus 7T. But that it doesn't matter if it's a solid device. You just may not like the OnePlus experience, or you may love it. Money well spent. $549 unlocked, brand new. You got that's how you got to look at it. Okay, just because Schmo Joe loves it doesn't mean that you're gonna like it. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's like tennis shoes and jeans. Of course, smartphones are a lot more expensive, but I have a certain brand of tennis shoe and jean that I love. And I've tried others, but I just don't like how they feel, or, you know, whether it's jeans or tennis shoes, especially jeans and tennis shoes. I wear mostly t-shirts and sweaters, but I'm a Levi guy, and you know, I've tried other jeans, but it's just not Levi's. You know what I'm saying? But you may love other brands like Wrangler. I don't know. You know, you may say that you have 1,000 reasons why Wrangler jeans are better than Levi's, and I'm going to disagree with you, but they're still jeans. At the end of the day, it's still jean, right? To some people, like, what's the purpose of that conversation? But that's where I'm spending my money. Okay, these are still smartphones, but it's up to you. Just because I love it, you may not love it. You may not like that software experience. Okay, you may say, "Oh yeah, great display, great speakers, solid device, fast, 90 hertz refresh rate. I just don't like the OnePlus experience." That's what you might tell me, or you might say you love it. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I think you're gonna love it. At $549, it's a great deal. All right, let me get back to the stream. Don't hate. Don Bro says, don't hate yet. I traded my Note 10 Plus so I could get the Pixel 3 XL. $150. Carrier, have me. Babe. Hey, dude, if that's what you want, you did it. And if you're loving your Pixel 3 XL experience, thumbs up. Paul, you really can't go wrong with either phone, an iPhone or an Android. By the way, you pronounce the Z at the end of the name. Oh, Enriquez? Enriquez! Enriquez. All right, got it. Thank you. Let's see. Exactly. We are individuals and have different needs and wants. Shoes could cost quite a bit, though. Yeah, they could. They could. I'm a boot guy too. Like, I wear workers' boots, you know, like construction boots, steel toe. You know, I got black ones, I got dark brown ones, I got light brown ones, and they got to fit a certain way, man. They do. If they don't fit a certain way, they're going back. Yeah. Let's see. Capito fam, which Wish Samsung could get at least a 30 megapixel main cam, but the note purpose is taking notes. Yeah, lots of notes. I love tech a lot. Thanks, bro, for answering my question and keeping it 100%. Bam. Enriquez, yes. So I did want to go over battery life really quick. For those of you wondering what kind of battery life I'm getting on my Note 10 Plus, one of the biggest controversies so far is with the Google Pixel 4 and 4 XL with the battery life. As far as the 4, not getting the best in battery life, and if you're doing a lot on that device, then you may need to get the 4 XL or something different that's going to give you battery life. I think it's and how well you're keeping your device optimized and what you're doing on it. You have to know that if you are a gamer, if you are on these devices a lot, utilizing different apps that really are battery hungry, the Google Pixel 4 isn't, in my opinion, going to be a device for you. You're going to need a lot more there to keep your device. But you can also still work around that utilizing quick charge, because you don't always want a quick charge either. That's not really good, especially overnight on your desk. You don't want to use quick charge. That's just not good for your device. If you can utilize quick charge in a way to manage how you're using your smartphone, you can still make it with a device like the Google Pixel 4. But you got to be a little conscious about it and become make a habit of being able to optimize yourself along with your smartphone to keep battery life in an area where you're comfortable with it, even if you're doing a lot with it. But some of us don't want to work at that or make habit of it, and it's just too much, to do. So maybe you just need to get something that's a little more powerful. Google Pixel 4 XL for me has been on an average 6.5 hours screen on time, but there's a lot of folks out there not getting that kind of battery life. And again, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're downloading, what they're doing. There's so much conversation that goes into that, and it's an old conversation, and I don't want to keep having that repeated conversation. Is this the thing is, you have to ask yourself, with what I do and what I'm downloading and how I treat my devices, is this smartphone, after all your homework, really going to work for me? You know what I'm saying? It goes back to checking those boxes. It goes back to asking yourself how you are with this type of tech. Over the years, I've gotten so much better in managing myself with my smartphones. I make them work for me. It's very rare that something doesn't work for me. It really is very rare. The Note 10 Plus for me, when it comes to battery life, let's see right here at 6%. At 6%, I had almost 6 hours screen on time. I don't know if you can see that glare. So I had 6%, saying I have 1 hour and 3 minutes left. I had been, it came off the charger 14 hours and 18 minutes way back early in the morning. And that's taking pics, shooting video, phone calls, texting, editing. I do a lot. And at the end of the day, I got 6 hours. Here's another day at 12% with 1 hour and 59 minutes saying that I got left with my battery. And here I had 6 hours and 31 minutes. Hopefully you can see that right there. Okay, so that's 6.5, and you can see the chart there, the graph dropping off. At 31%, I don't remember if I was going to bed at that point in time, but I still had 31%, saying I have 4 hours and 53 minutes left. And at 31%, I had 5 hours and a half, 5 hours and 28 minutes. So at 31%, if I still go into using my smartphone at that point in time, watching some videos, maybe doing some editing, playing around with my editing apps, I can get 7 hours screen on time easily. Another day at 26%, 4 hours and 16 minutes left. It says that can change. That can change. It's depending on what I can go. I'm not a gamer, but let's say I was a gamer, I can dwindle that 4 hours and 16 minutes down really quick, but depending on what kind of games I would be playing. Okay. But here's the graph, and here I already had 6 hours and 15 minutes of battery life, and I had 26%. So at 26%, and at 6 hours and 15 minutes, I'm able to get 7 hours, over 7 hours. So basically, what I'm saying here is 6 hours and a half, give or take, screen on time on the average. And that's without charging. Because when I'm reviewing a smartphone, I unplug in the morning time. I'm not and I'm not fast charging. Okay, I'm slow charging at night. I unplug and I use all the way through, and then I take the screenshot. And that's what I'm sharing with all of you. So I'm getting really good battery life. So I'm not a gamer, but I do a lot when it comes to taking pics, shooting video, playing around with 4K vid, editing, running those apps in the background. I could be processing a video, editing a video in the background, processing, and watching a movie at the same time. I can get a phone call during that moment. Okay, video's processing, got a phone call, got it on loudspeaker. Maybe I need to send a text at the same time. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm doing, man. It's a constant. And I'm getting about 6.5 hours, give or take, on the average. So it's learning how to utilize your smartphone to work for you. You got to care about it. You spent money on this, right? How can I make my smartphone work for me? Okay, if you're downloading crap off the web, that's a killer. There are apps like Facebook, Spotify. They suck up. They eat your battery life. But if you know how to manage that to work for you, I don't have Facebook or Spotify, but if you can manage how to make it work for you, then hey, you could still get decent battery life. That's just on paper. That is homework on what kind of apps could kill. Third-party apps from off the web can kill. But can you still make it work for you? If you can, then you're doing okay. But again, there's a whole lot of conversation that goes into that. Let me go back to the stream. I know I'm still talking a lot here. Ooh. Let's see. Big Dog in the house. What's up? Goat 10 plus for the win. How's everything going, Big Dog? Paul Enriquez. My channel on YouTube is Mr. Penriquez, but the YouTube still uses my phone name no matter what I try on that. Huh. Okay, I'll check it out. So 2 weeks later, overall, 2 weeks later, battery life is great on my Note 10 Plus. The cameras on the front and the rear, thumbs up. Picture quality, video quality, doesn't matter what you're using. It's a thumbs up, especially those low light pics. Totally digging it. The fluidity, the functionality, the performance, it's there. No issues whatsoever. No issues whatsoever. You know, it's a fluid device. Speaker quality, amazing. The display, amazing. I love a big smartphone, a big display. The circular cutout, not a big deal, not a deal breaker, even though at times my eyes are like when I'm watching a movie and video and there's a lot going on in that movie or video. Sometimes it looks like that little circular cutout is moving around, but it's not. It's just the illusion. Okay? No big deal. It's a solid device. 900 smacks. If you can find a great deal, make the deal work for you. It's got to be good for you. What I got it for and how I went about getting it, it's not going to be the same in how you do it. But if this is something you want, and you can find a great deal and you know how to bring it out without it breaking the bank, unless you just have money to throw away, and you're really intrigued, this is a solid smartphone. It's super, super solid. I'm glad I got it. Since it was released, there was a lot of you YouTubers out there really falling in love with this device. I waited and waited, and I finally got it, and I've had to use it for myself, going through the reviewing process, and hey, yeah, I agree. It's a great smartphone. It is. Big Dog. I have Facebook, Spotify, InstaChat, and I get over 7 hours on my Note 10. There you go. He makes it work for him. Big Dog makes his... And how is he doing it? Maybe he can share his tricks, tips, whatever. You have to work with your smartphone. Know how to utilize fast charging. Know how to utilize regular charging. Know how to clean out your smartphones. Get rid of the junk that's sitting there. Know which apps you want to close out, which ones you want to keep going. Make this smartphone, this tech work for you. Make it work for you. You know, it's like a car, man. You got to take care of your car. If you don't, it ain't going nowhere, right? It ain't going anywhere. Can't just treat them like crap. These four wheels, it's what gets me out and around when I'm doing my chores. When I'm taking the wife out, when I'm taking the kids out, when I'm going to work. I have to take care of my car. I can't prevent everything happening to it. You know, the other day I was driving and a little teeny rock hit the windshield. Little tiny chip. I can't prevent that. But there are some things that I can. I'm going to make this car work for me. I'm going to get everything I can out of it. Okay? Let's see. I was getting great battery life on the Pixel 4 XL. Don't know what everyone was crying about. I get great battery life too on the Pixel 4 XL. I was just saying that earlier in the stream. Big Dog, LG G8X dual screen will be in my hands today. How much are you paying for that? I know that there's been some great deals lately. Paul Enriquez. I don't use the Facebook app because of how terrible it is optimized, but I do use the Messenger app, which still affects your battery life a bit. Big Dog, I use my phones normally. I don't tweak nothing on my phones. I use them full blast, and if I can get good battery life without me having to turn off settings or can run apps, then I don't need it. There you go. I wanted to get the LG G8X with the case, but the trading deal was just too good, and with trading in my iPhone SE for $300, I just wanted to replace that with an iPhone. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Enriquez. And I agree with you, Big Dog. You can't go in and just turn off everything. You're spending hard-earned money on a device that you at least want to go in and try to utilize what's there. I really believe that now. I didn't believe that when I first started doing YouTube and reviewing smartphones, but at least try to utilize the functionality that's there. Leave the functionality on that's on and see how that does. If you're not going to use certain settings, if there's areas in the settings that you're not going to use, you've tried but you're just not going to, yeah, you can turn it off. But yeah, I would say give the S Pen a try. Give the sidebar a try. Give whatever it is that's there a try, or leave it on. And if it just doesn't pan out for you, and you never know, you might find some areas you are super stoked to find out that are there that makes the experience so much better. So much better. So, yeah. Pay a lot of money and use all you can. And then in the end, if you're not, well, then you can shut it off. Paid $6.99 from B&H for the LG G8X. Sweet. Woo! Okay, so there's my update 14 days later. That's a lot. I talked about a lot. Share the video, please. If you're watching, please share the vid on your social media. But I was going to sit down at my desk in my little YouTube studio and do a update 14 days later, hands on. I'd rather just come on live and just let you know, in the raw, what my experience has been. Okay, and that's about as real as it gets. Having a great time with my Note 10 Plus. It's meeting everything that I need for myself and what I want out of this smartphone. And I couldn't ask for any more. And I'm super stoked in how I was able to pick it up as financially. And I'm just digging it. It's a great purchase. But like any smartphone, I don't know how long they'll be here. And then they're here, then they're gone. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm watching a couple different movies on it. When I go to bed, I always watch about 20, 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes of a movie on my phones. And it's just been a great experience media-wise, listening to music, watching movies, vids, doing homework. Call quality, T-Mobile here locally where I live has been great. Whether the phone call is coming in or out, everything's thumbs up, utilizing the speaker while on a phone call, texting, sending pics, through messaging. All of that's been working for me here where I live with my carrier T-Mobile. So I don't have any issues with connectivity, wireless, utilizing Wi-Fi, not wireless. Wi-Fi in the home has been great. So all the areas that need to be a thumbs up are for me. Like the couple little complaints that I had as far as the button layout and how it is too close together, right? I just don't like that. Sometimes I'm hitting the wrong area, and the antenna up top in there looks like a little piece of lint, but it's not. It's actually the little line, the antenna line. It's up in that area right there. And that's like really, really nitpicking. But every time I look at it, I'm thinking there's something there, but it's just that little antenna line. But outside of that, man, it's a solid device. It's a beautiful device. And thank you to all the case companies that have sent me out cases for my Note 10 Plus. And wow, I'm blessed. I've been able to share them with family members. My son has a Note 10 Plus, so he's gotten some of those cases. Other people that I know, family, around the area, I've been able to bless. And I might be doing some case giveaways too as well with some other cases from my iPhone 11 or the Google Pixel 4. So I'm going to see how I can go about doing that. It's just it's been a great experience, and it was cost effective, and it was a good decision on my part to bring it in, having a lot of fun. So I wanted to share that 14-day update. There you go. If you have any questions, leave it down below in the comment section after this live stream. Try to remember everything I talked about when it comes to the build, the performance, the functionality, the battery life, the call quality, the cameras, all of that. And if there's any question on any of that, leave that down below in the comment section, and I'll get back to you and answer that in a little more detail. But that's about as good as a 14-day update can get, okay? Instead of me sitting at my YouTube desk and all you see is my hands, and you see me with this in my hands, and I'm just showing you around, maybe playing some music, showing a little video. But I'd rather talk about it like this. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I want to feed that information to you. So again, any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. I appreciate all of you. Paul Tech just jumped into the house, just picked up the Note 10 for my wife. She loves it. Perfect size device for exactly, Paul. I got one in fact, I just dropped off her Note 8 at FedEx. It's a trade-in deal, and she loves her Note 10. She's getting used to the button layout and the little circular cutout right there in the center on the top of the display. But outside of that, she's loving it. It's fluid. She loves how fast it is. And she's digging it. She loves her new wallet case that goes with it. So she's having a great time with it. Mead Lawn Care Superman, love my Note 10 Plus. Awesome. Thanks for jumping in and leaving some feedback. Mead Lawn Care. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But thank you, everybody, for coming in. Happy holidays, man. 'Tis the season. There's a lot of specials going on out there, a lot of deals, whether you're picking up something for a friend, a family member, or you're gifting yourself. Check out those deals. Yeah, man, I know that this can be a stressful time of the year. Sometimes not every day is good, but find a reason to keep you going forward. Find a reason to smile. Make somebody else's day, man. There's a lot of negativity out there during the holidays sometimes, and man, let's just find a way to throw out something good out there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is great and it's a part of our lives. But humanity is way more important, man. God bless them all, man. Especially this time of the year. You know what I'm saying? I see somebody homeless. I'm not going to give them any money, but I might buy them something to eat. I might buy them some coffee. If you can do that, that's what I'm saying, man. Just find something so we can say happy holidays. Happy holidays. You know what I'm saying? Get that smile up. Get those corners up. Oh, man. I just wish you all the best. Till my next live stream, till my next video. God bless you all. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with me for a little while. I appreciate it. Peace. God bless. Thanks for being a part of Team My Project 13. I am out.